another video with your girl, Shlinda1. Okay, guys, so for those who are new to the Beautiful Dreamers family, hi, my loves. Thank you guys so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe before you leave because I love you and I'm glad that you're here. So, guys, for those who are new, might not know this, but for all my old schools, you guys know probably my well, I have two, but my number one cosmetic product is concealer. I am a fanatic for a concealer. I will buy a concealer. I will buy an expensive concealer. I will buy an inexpensive concealer. Concealer is, when I say I don't like to jump on bandwagons, I like to use what I know works for my skin. However, all the hype in the world was around this product and I had to get my hands on it. What am I talking about? The new Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This bad boy right here. I have it actually in two colors. I have it one in deep and I have the other one in rich. This is the first one that I used to use with them, and this was in the color deep. And I remember getting this and saying, I'm going to need to have a meeting with Tarte's makeup artist because this color is so not deep. The color right there, and I was just like, deep? Deep on who? Maybe deep on one of my lighter skinned sisters, but not for anyone of like depth melanin. Like, that's not deep. That's light, actually. My review on this was that it was a little bit too tacky for me, but it's a good one. I mean, this is really full coverage. So I got the two colors, and the rich one I got that because I thought it was going to match my skin. So it's really pretty when I just apply that in powder. So I will use this on like an everyday basis. And then this color is in deep. And I'm going to swatch it on the other side of the rich. So they wasn't listening too much because the pigmentation is the color is pretty much still the same, but the formula is very, very different. However, my all-time favorite concealer, and still is a really good concealer, is my Nars Creamy Radiant. You remember, all of us here on YouTube use this because it's just that good. It adds extra moisture underneath your eyes. It is really good. The color that I use is a Monday, and I'm going to swatch this right next to the Shape Tape Rich, and that's what she looks like. So the color is pretty much dead on, like it's not too off from each other. So it's a really good match, and in this video I'm going to compare them. I'm going to apply both of them. I'm going to show you the finishes. I'm going to show you what it does, and at the end I'm going to come back and share with you which one is my favorite. So here we are, and we are about to do this test. I'm going to be comparing my old, true, faithful love, have no problem with my baby daddy. You know, my man is good to me, love her. But at the same time, this real cute girl came up over here and she claiming she could do something a little bit better. So we gonna see what she's talking about. So this is the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer in Amande. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape, and this color is in deep. This is what I'm gonna be trying. I'm gonna compare these today. Okay. We're going to do the Nars first because I think out of just respect, just out of seniority, she goes first. Okay? So that's what she looks like. And I'm going to go right under the eye. Bam. Right? I'm going to take my Bluetooth blender. I am going to wet her. Say. Now what we're looking for is coverage, blendability, all that good stuff, and the lack of creasing. Okay, now that's it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel the need to go back in right in here because you can see here, this right here is my darkest area. Thank you, my daddy gave it to me. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go right there, and I'm going to blend. And I'm patting much lighter, like I'm doing more around the surface to kind of just blend it out versus right on top of that, just to blend it out. My beauty blender and I'm just going to blend out those edges so everything is blended together. Bam. So that's what that looks like. Feel really hydrated. It does. It feels nice and hydrated. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep. Now I have to say, as far as the quantity, I mean, there's definitely more product in here, as well as a much nicer and bigger application felt tip. So I'm here for that, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm gonna go right under, like, there's so much more product coming out on this one than on the other one. It better be. It's much bigger dispenser. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is like flip this one over because there's nothing on this side. And where's my spray? Spritz, 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 spritz. Jigga, 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 jigga. And I'm gonna go right in and blend that out. I'm going really lightly. I don't want to be doing too much tugging underneath the eye. Not at all. For me, though they said this is full coverage, I can still see some of my darkness here. I can still see that. And it's more of just, it's probably full coverage for other people, but for me and my darkness around my eyes, like, they're no joke. So I'm going to go back in the same way I did with the Nars Creamy and go right there, right on my darkness. That's where my daddy did me wrong. I'm just saying. There you go. First thing I'm noticing, now I'm going to hopefully get close so you can see this. There's creasing under this eye and none of this one. Can you see that? Can you see a clear difference just underneath the eye? How my lines under this eye are definitely pronounced, and this one is not as pronounced. I'm just saying. That's a big deal. Not only that, but this is definitely has more of a matte finish and already kind of looks like it's been set, when this one still has a dewiness to it and clearly needs to be set. So I'm going to go in. I'm just going to use my Shasha Buttercup, and I am going to be placing an order for some other setting spray, setting powders. But guys, to be completely honest with you, I have like 3 or 4 of these, and I'm going to use it. I'm tired of buying new products and not using them, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to take this, and I am going to, and actually I just made a big mistake. I should have blended out my under eye again before applying it, but I'm going to do my very best to kind of stretch that skin to make sure I kind of really get in there and set that. And now I'm going to do the same thing, but if you guys even look here, this still looks like it's already been set with powder. So I like the fact that I don't feel the need that I have to set with powder. I can, but I don't have to. It's not a necessity. I'm kind of doing it just to make sure I can get through the day and creasing won't develop. But right away, I don't feel the need to kind of mat that down as I do my Creamy Radiant. The name of the concealer is Creamy Radiant. So it's telling you it's creamy, and it's telling you it's a little radiant. So I'm going to go in here and kind of like press that in a little bit. Not that I even needed it. Brush that off so you guys can see that, what that looks like. And there you go. So honestly, for me, I kind of wanted to go back in with probably another one, just because I feel like I can still see a grayness right here under both of them. But as far as like the creasing underneath my eyes, easy. The Creamy Radiant definitely pronounced those lines, and the Shape Tape pretty much kind of eliminated or almost filled them in to where they never really had a chance to really pronounce themselves. Another thing is that I love that I don't feel the need that I have to set underneath my eyes. I can, but I don't have to set under my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape. The Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer, I definitely have to, in my opinion. Now, as far as them both being full coverage, it's probably full coverage with someone who doesn't have as severe darkness under their eyes as I do. But I still don't feel like either one of them was like hardcore full coverage. That's my total opinion. So I'm gonna go finish my beat and I'll be right back. So I'm back, guys, and this is my final beat. So as you can see, to me there's not that much of a difference, to be honest with you, in my personal opinion. Not as far as, I don't feel like either one of them were 100% full coverage. It's probably full coverage for someone who doesn't have under eye issues, but for anyone that actually has dark circles, you still will need to, in my opinion, color correct. I've yet to use this, and I still will color correct, and sometimes if I go light on my color correcting, you still will see the gray. Like right now, I still feel like I still see a little bit of gray right up in here, which I'm fine with because I'm not going to an event or anything like that. With that being said, out of the two, the one that I feel like I will be moving forward with, honestly, yeah, the Tarte Shape Tape. I think it really, I love the applicator tip. It's nice and big. I can apply more with less time. It covers more surface, and I like that it blends easier. I find like it blends easier, and I love that it kind of fills in those fine lines underneath my eyes. And I probably think what takes it over the top for me is that it doesn't necessarily have to be set. Now, a lot of times we set it with translucent powder because we don't want it to move. Honestly, when it gets into place, it's not going anywhere. So you don't have to actually set it. We may still want to, but you don't have to. So I feel like I get a bigger bang out of my buck for this one than the Creamy Radiant. The only thing that the Creamy Radiant has over it that I feel like this one is definitely more moisturizing. It has more of a creamier feel so that my eye doesn't feel dry, but neither one of them actually feels dry. I still would recommend using both of them with some type of moisturizing eye primer underneath your eye. I always do it. I didn't do it in this video because I don't know if you would do it on a regular basis, and I kind of want to give you an idea of the finish, like the pure finish without anything being up underneath it outside of my regular color corrector. The Tarte Shape Tape definitely wins. It's a really good concealer. It's buildable too. So if like today I'm just want to try it for every day, I feel like it's more of a medium to full coverage, but if I really wanted to like clear it out, I could go in with a second coat and do that. The only other concealer I know that I can put in one application, like one application, and that even might be too much, is by Kat Von D. That Locket Tattoo concealer is just the most, full coverage concealer I've ever come into contact with. And you have extreme darkness, you definitely want to give that a try. But I have to say, if you just want something nice, something that will take less pressure off of you when it comes to applying your concealer, definitely try this. It blends well, it wears well, and it cuts down off the product that you have to actually apply, because you won't have to go in with a powder to set it. So I really like it. I have to say, out of the two, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please be sure to follow me on all my social media sites, because there's where I give you all my first impressions. There's where I will give you unboxings and new products that I picked up. So definitely go and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Snapchat. And I love you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up and be sure to share it for me. I would truly appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the very next video. Guys, please remember, you are bold, you are beautiful, stunningly beautiful, but most importantly, you are blessed. And don't let nobody tell you different. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye guys.